Hi, I'm Ultraviolet. Welcome to Hi everyone, welcome to Strong Fire Tarot. My name is UV, short for Ultraviolet, the light that can see in the darkness. And today we're going to be doing a reading for Capricorn Collective. So you don't necessarily have to be a Capricorn sun sign to resonate with this reading. You just see how its magnetic push and pull may be affecting you. And if you don't resonate, just take what's served, the rest leave it. Remember, I know nothing. You always have to honor your own intuition because you have your own purpose in this life. So I will just share my gifts with you and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for your positive support. If you want a private reading, let me continue. If you want a private reading with me, just watch till the end. There's more information in the description box below. Why can't I talk? If you want to book a private reading with me, you can watch till the end or you can read the description box below. All the information is there. And don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. So Capricorn, your vision was you were craving some cannolis. And cannolis, it's a dessert. Like this crust with custard inside. So I'm craving some cannolis and I'm on my way to a friend's house and I know there's going to be other people there. So on my way there, I go pick up some cannolis and I'm like, I'm going to buy some for the people over there if they want some too. So I bring like a dozen to this party. But the main reason why you went there was because you were craving some cannolis, right? You wanted some, so you're like, okay, I'm going to buy some for everyone. And you go to the party and you bring the cannolis and they just serve everyone but you, so you don't get to eat a cannoli. And then there was a different type of dessert in the box, like a chocolate cake or something, and you're like, well, I guess I'm gonna eat this. And you start eating it and the person in front of you looks at you like all weird and it's like, well, I wanted to eat that one. And you're like, oh, I didn't know. And you're like, well, you want the rest? And they're like, oh, okay. And they took the rest and they left you almost without dessert. So that's your giving nature. You're overextending yourself because you don't even have for yourself. Okay, at this point it's like you want something for you, but what you want for yourself, you do for others. So if you want love, you give a lot of love. If you want support, you give a lot of support. If you want dessert, you give a lot of desserts, but you don't receive it. You don't get it in return because you're overextending yourself. So God wants you to learn how to extend yourself without depleting yourself completely. So let's just begin some tarot. I hope you all are good. I had a beautiful day. I don't know why I'm not talking correctly lately. Every time I start recording, it's like someone doesn't want me to record my readings or something. Suspicious. Okay, I don't care. Let's begin with some spirit animals. I forgot to mention the deck. Someone asked me to mention them. So this is the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. Let's see what energy you're in. Cappy. Stop overextending yourself. What's going on with Capricorn, God? Whoever's here with me leading this reading, tell me. Visionary. So the giraffe. Visionary. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. So that's you. You love a lot. Like you love a lot of people. And you believe in their greatness. You see everyone is like very high, like, wow, like you have potential, you have potential, you have potential too. You have a lot of potential too. You're great. Like you see people with eyes of like visionary, like, you know, they're capable of so much with those qualities they possess, you know? So you try to see the beauty. You don't even try. That's just how you are. You look at someone and you see, the beauty that they are and like what they could do with that much talent. And you're like, whoa, like, and for some reason, I feel like you see less of yourself sometimes, or the other way around. It could be a person you're dealing with that puts you like high above me. They're so lovely, so they don't feel up to par with you. And the other thing is that stand tall in your self-worth, you know, so pay yourself your worth. You're worth a cannoli too, you know, so don't settle for any less and just go like, yeah, it's normal that I brought a dozen and they didn't even think of like, did she want one? You know, like that's a bit weird. Here I have Revealer of Truth in reverse. So some of these people that ate your cannolis are not really great. You know, they're liars. And you're serving those people. You know, I understand when you share with visionaries, your tried people, but others are just liars and they're like, I wanted that. You know, like, yeah, I brought it. Okay, so if there's none left, I don't even know you. Like, I don't know. They almost like entitled, like you were going to share anyways. But the way they looked at you, almost like it was expected of you to serve them, you know, what they wanted. It's like, but what about what I want, you know? Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna get more animals. I feel so animalistic because I'm going to the zoo tomorrow. I'm not so for zoos, but apparently they treat their animals well there, so we'll see. I don't like this girl wanted to give me a bird, you know, but I feel so bad when I see a bird in a cage because I felt like a bird in a cage in a bar for a long time, you know, and when people used to complain about me and they're like, I don't like you, I like the other bird. I'm like a bird in a cage. Why are you here? There's 16 bars on the street, you know, so you sodomizing yourself? Like you're forcing yourself to stand in front of the barmaid you don't like when you have 16 other options? Like, I'm a bird in a cage. I can't leave. I work here alone. Like, you know what I mean? So some people are just like there to piss you off. So I don't know how that got to that. We were talking about you, right? Put yourself first. Why am I talking about me? Here you go. Like people are getting, you're scared to almost like offend someone or make people angry by standing your ground, you know, like giving yourself your worth means someone else won't get something, you know. So if you would have taken a cannoli, someone would have been left without one. But you could have figured out something, you know, like cut them all in half, you know, like how many are we, you know, before we serve, how many are we, you know, like so we could all eat, something like that, like a fair. It wasn't fair. And your insides are starting to get angry because you're feeling like some treatments are just not fair. I'm giving too much of myself to receive minimal. You give me minimal. I'm saying, you give me your minimum. And I can sound like a general, cause you give me your minimum. So these are your relationships too with like romantic. They give you minimum and they expect you to serve them bed and breakfast, you know, like it's just almost like you train them. You got them used to that behavior. So when you don't behave that way, they're like, hey, what happened to that person that used to bring me cannolis? You know, like that was just one day I was craving cannolis and I brought them. Don't expect it all the time. It's almost like they expect you to overextend yourself constantly. But at this point, it's too dark. Like you need to charge somewhere because your surrounding is, you know, like black absorbs colors. So if your colors, they're absorbing all your light, all your colors, because it's les faits serre. I don't know how you say that in English, but the color black absorbs all the light. So if your surrounding are in the darkness, they're just pulling on your energy. They're taking and taking and taking and taking and taking, and you just want a cannoli. Okay, so let's see. Then, yeah, you're like, no more. Okay, this is my cannoli. Okay, they just want to take all the cannolis. You see all the hands came in. They took all your cannolis, all you had to offer, and you're like, no, this is my last cannoli. Nobody's gonna grab it. Almost like you have to defend what's yours. And they want what's yours, like your sweetness, your kindness, your happiness, like. And when you meet someone in a relationship, they become possessive of that sweet little egg that you are. I don't trust this. It's sneaky a bit because you're full of giving, but at this point, it's a bit sad, and you can't think straight anymore because you're overextending yourself too many places. So now there's tears. So people around you are even complaining, sad, they're not too happy with their lives, and you don't know who to attend first, but you don't want to disappoint nobody. So now it's coming out all weird like the panther because you can't take it anymore. So you're probably arguing with people, and you're like, what's going on? I just care about people. Why am I fighting with people? It's because you're, it's almost like forcing a phone to work when it's not charged, you know, and then now they're just hitting you for it to work, but it's like, no, you got to charge, like, or else it won't work. So now you're being rough on yourself. It's just harsh treatment. You have to raise your frequencies. Hang on. Okay. Give me. Yeah. The sharks. Ooh, it doesn't even want to come out. So they're being slick. They're not showing you that they're actually look, swimming around your abundance, like almost like they'll never get it, and whatever they get is mine before they can even enjoy it. So you get a promotion and right away they're like, hey, you want to go chill, and they use it for you to bring alcohol at the party or something. So you're gonna waste whatever gain you get. You're always gonna waste whatever gain you get around these energies. The sharks, that wherever they see something that they can benefit from, they take without even considering if you had any for yourself. Again, you have to protect your light, your colors. They're not allowing you to extend yourself in the right places because they're feeding so much off of you. You're the only source of light, of goodness. Okay. Visionary. You have to take some time to actually self-reflect and imagine the best feeling you ever felt in your life, then visualize like, how can I feel like this every day? How can I feel like that every day of my life? And even better than that, where should I be? With who? Doing what? You know, like without considering the invisible walls that we created for ourselves, you know, the invisible limitations. Just imagine the life of that could allow you to be that energy that you like to be in, if you know what I mean. You have to visualize it, because now you can't even dream. It's too much. You're like, I gotta call this person, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, so your whole day is you planning your day. So you don't see your days go by because you're scheduling your life. Like, I gotta go pick up cannolis for the party, then I gotta go talk to this person because she just broke up with her boyfriend. You're trying to people please too much. And it's not working. Now you're starting fights because the people that truly need you, the visionaries, are very few. There are only 2 of them that see your greatness. The rest, they like you where you are. They don't want you to grow more than that, because if not, they lose access to you. Ennui, you're starting to, they're starting to get boring too, because they're not becoming butterflies. And you have your wings, and you're like, I know there's other people like me, and they are around you, you know, but you're so fed up with your reality or the way you've been treated by others in the darkness that you don't even see that there's a few butterflies around you that see your wings. And here I have perception. You see, you don't see, it's in reverse, perception. And the clock is ticking here. The bunny, the leveret, is that a leveret? The bunny. You're late, you're late, you're late. It's almost like time. You're forcing a smile on your face now because you're losing your, look, that's your face every day at work, with your friends. Can you see? Look, it's like a forced smile, that cat. Come on. Focus, man. Okay, there. So that's you forcing a smile. You're like, hey, how are you? Like, but you're actually in your head thinking about your next moves. What should I do? You know, like, I have to make the right choices, but you're almost in a hangman position here. Yeah, it is the hanging one. Yeah, the hangman position. And you don't know what your next move is because your perception is blocked because of your surrounding. That's the same disappointments all the time, the same type of behavior. You're not impressed with your surrounding. It's always the same shit. You're like, oh, I gotta free myself from the situation and surround myself with visionaries that won't abuse my extending nature, that stimulate my intellect. You're starting to notice that they don't use their logic. They don't use their intellect. They just like, oh, there's cake, they eat it. You know, like whatever they can gain in the moment. But they don't gain knowledge. They don't gain wisdom. You know, like they repeat the same mistakes. And you're starting to become aware of this. You're like, okay, but if you're repeating the same mistakes that we corrected 2 years ago, now it's just you giving into your desires and not knowing that sugar is not good for you. That like you can't eat sugar, you know, that's why you're gaining weight and you're complaining about your weight, but you're not doing anything for it, you know. So now it's just like, why you talk about it after? If you want to keep doing the same, you want to keep behaving the same ways, don't waste my time. They're wasting your time complaining about their situations, but then you see them feeding the situation that they're complaining about. So it's like, okay, for a while you're like, okay, you give them a chance, you're like, okay, are you going to do something about it? But they don't want to free themselves. They like it there. They're like, no, we're all awakened. We're all divine beings here. It's not true. No, you see, they're ego-driven, but they call themselves divines and spiritual and oh yeah, I'm very into spirituality lately. But your perception is upside down. Their perception or whoever, like I don't know who you're dealing with, your surrounding. They say there's something, but their actions say the other. They're contradicting their behavior. They're contradicting themselves. So they act like they're good for you. They act like they have things in common with you, but then you see them behave in self-sabotaging ways, and then you're like, no, you're not a visionary, because if you were, you would know that behavior gets you nowhere. So you have to learn from it. And you have a certain amount of time to learn from it. I can't watch you do the same mistake. I'm hearing now Shakira. Lo hecho está hecho, volví a tropezar con la misma piedra que hubo siempre. Se siente miedo que se... No, better, make Shakira. No, it says, lo hecho está hecho y volví a tropezar con la misma piedra que hubo siempre. So what's done is done, and I tripped again on the same rock that was there always. You know, so these are the people you deal with. They keep tripping on the same rock. You're like, you know, you see it, right? Like, you okay? So it's like the first time, fine, you're there for them. You're like, hey, are you okay? Yeah, the second time, you're like, hey, remember there's a rock there, careful. They're like, oh yeah, it's true. The third time they look at it and they still trip on it, you know? Now it's like, hey, I saw you. You did it on purpose to trip on that rock. You saw it. They see that they're doing wrong. The first time was a mistake. Now it's just a choice. So you're seeing that your surrounding, they're choosing to trip, to self-sabotage. So they're not promoting your visionary self, because now you have to focus on them purposely tripping on things that hurt them. Where are you going with that? You have to, there's no bravery. They're a bit, I don't want to say the word coward, but a bit kind of coward. They don't have the willpower to get out of their mentalities, their way of thinking, their surrounding. They're scared of change. So if you want change, you're a visionary inside. And you're around people that don't change their perception of reality, and they settled. 4 is very settled. You need new contracts. You need new soul contracts that are promoting this identity that your soul is begging you to pay attention to. Like, hey, you're a visionary. You have great ideas. You can see the truth. You're above everyone. You know, like you have a great perception of life. You have so much knowledge, and you're choosing to not have perception when you're a giraffe. You're doing it on purpose. You have a long ass neck, and you're a giraffe saying to the small animals, like, I can't see it. Like, yes, you can. You're the highest one. Like, I know you can. You know you can. You're lying to yourself. You see? You see Jesus. You're like, no, I can't see Jesus. Yeah, you do. You see Jesus. So you see Christ consciousness. And so that means that you see people that behave righteously, and you see people that don't. But now you have to make a choice. You want to be around those that don't change their perception and they don't want to behave righteously, or you want to be around those that do. Because now you're losing yourself in there. You're depleted. You're left with no cannolis. There's not enough for you in that world, because God has what's for you in another world. And it's like, I'm not going to give you more, because you're sharing with those people who are very karmic, very selfish, very self-serving, liars, cheaters, entitlement, like all of that. You're serving these people with the gifts God is giving you. So God is going to stop giving you gifts as long as you're sharing with them, because you're almost gambling with life here, the cards. So God is like, no, I told you to share with people like you, with the butterflies. So because you're sharing with the malicious cats, God has put you in a hangman position to reevaluate your convictions. Inspection, yeah? Now you have to go inside and inspect, like, yeah, I'm wrong to do that. I can't behave like this. It doesn't bring nothing but sorrow, deception, frustration, pain, confusion. I have to stop doing this to myself. I know I'm tripping on the same rock. You know, I've done this before. You know, you're a visionary, so you know. Let's do some tarot. Yeah, you don't know. You have to take action, but you're not making the right decisions, so you're left with nothing. Page of Pentacles. You're like, hey, look, guys, I got a penny. Oh, yeah, thank you. They take it. Hey, guys, I got nothing. They're like, oh, you're useless. They go away because you have nothing to offer. Judgment. Now you're under judgment because you've been making the same mistakes too many times now. So God has put you under judgment. Because it's like, no, now you see the rock. I made it so big now, the rock, like, it's a boulder now. And you're still tripping on it, like, oh, I tripped on it, I didn't see it. Like, no, now God knows, like this is you tripping on it. They're like, no, you have the ropes, like, don't fool me. You're not fooling anyone. The Empress, a mother that needs to walk away from the comfort zone and go towards wherever their intuition is leading them to. Where you feel nurtured, and appreciated for your beautiful energy. The Empress, you take care of people you care about very well. You're always considering others, but are they considering your visions? Like, oh, she has dreams. How can I make her dreams come true? How can I add to her direction in life? Do they even care, or do they just care about what you bring to the table? The World, wow. Oh, there you go. The Cycle. So if you don't learn to treat yourself like a goddess, the World, the Cycle, if you don't walk away from your comfort zone because now you're bored there and you're not going anywhere, that's because you're scared to be alone, or you're financially dependent. So because you fear financial stresses, which is the devil, because those are 3D matters. If you feel like, yeah, I can't leave them because I can't pay my bills alone, they help me with then you'll always have an excuse not to leave. So because you're not independent, God blesses those who have their own. So now you're going to start losing a lot because you're not trusting that you're an Empress, and you're not trusting the world, that no matter where you go, We got your back, you know? You have to be patient. You're scared to take that risk because the cards in this card, you're gambling. And it's like, yeah, life is that. Take a leap of faith. The best things in life are on the other side of fear. On the other side of fear. This is red, fear. It's like the best things in life are on the other side of fear. Your intuition is going to lead you there. And there's nothing that can kill you on your way there because you have divine protection. All you need is your naked body and whatever you believe in, and maybe some clothing, okay? Because it's a bit cold some places, and I don't think nudists are allowed anymore on the streets. So if you fear leaving situations because of money, that's just you being 3D. If you're on this journey because you're watching tarot, you're not supposed to be 3D. You're supposed to be 5D, 7D, 15D. I don't know how many dimensions there are, but 3D matters of the world, right? Are very 3, right? 20. This is the world, and this is 3. So you're being 3D. You're like, no, I can't leave. I can't leave them. No. You're always finding an excuse. So God is giving you more reasons not to trust them, not to trust Him. You're like, oh yeah, you think that's a reason not to leave? I'm going to give you more reasons not to leave, because the only reason to leave is your intuition. Your intuition is telling you, no, you have a life of your visions that you have to go to. Yeah, poverty is going to hit you. Ooh, because 9 of Pentacles is in reverse, and I have the 6 of Pentacles upright. So now it's poverty because you're giving to others what comes from God, and God is not going to let you share more now. So He's going to keep you broke now, because these people you're giving to are from the devil, send them to you, not God, to keep you trapped. So these people are depleting you of the very few pentacles you have. So your energy, your money, whatever it is. And these people are not sent by God. So God is like, yeah, you're going to give them what I gave you. Fine, I'll take whatever the devil gives you. So the devil will keep you trapped in the hangman position forever. That's his goal, that you don't get your blessings, your queen status. But here you're called to be divine feminine. So trust your spirituality and your emotions. Like, no, my emotions tell me I'm pissed here. I'm not happy here. I got to change this, you know? So you're being asked to trust your feminine sides, not your masculine sides, like the stability and I can't leave because I got to pay this. And like, that's 3D minded. Yeah, told you, the High Priestess is asking you to trust her, and then you'll become a King of Pentacles. But it's in reverse. You're being a King of Pentacles, so you're closing your High Priestess. And this is how you're going to get to the King of Pentacles, with your High Priestess. So you have to go through the unknown to get what you want. You got to risk it to get the biscuit. Okay? Strength in reverse. You don't have the strength. I told you, I didn't want to say coward, but you don't have the willpower. There you go. You don't have the willpower to trust that your ships will arrive, and that the worst that can happen is what? You die? I'm a psychic. Like, there's another life. There's the other side. And then when you're on the other side, you come back eventually. And we always meet again. Always. So what do you really fear? I always said to people, like, even if I end up in jail for some reason, right? I'm sure I'll make a friend in there that I was supposed to meet for some divine reason, right? Which I really doubt that God is going to put me in jail, because I'm being as righteous as possible. So what is the worst that can happen? Your own fear is what's blocking you. Your own illusions. Your own thoughts are blocking you. Nobody's blocking you. No bill, no debt, no person. You are blocking you from you in a better place. So you're blocking yourself from getting you to you at a better status. You're settling because of your impatience. So you're like, no, I got to pay my shit now. So because you want things now, and you're not ready to take the risk and be a bit poor, right? The 5 of Pentacles before you reach the King of Pentacles status, the 9, you know. Because you're not ready to do the process, you're not going to get there. You don't trust the journey. Pour into yourself. What emotions? You have to honor your emotions. This light is not good for these cards. They're holographic. You can't see nothing. So she's pouring into herself. You have wings. So what's the worst that can happen when you take a leap? You fly? It's you that doesn't trust that you know how to fly, but you got the wings for nothing then? You have wings twice here. You have your intuition for nothing? When it doesn't smell good, it smells like shit. Like, you stay there and you keep sniffing it and go like, oh, I love this smell. Or like, when it doesn't taste good, you keep eating it. You force feed yourself. When the music, you don't like it, you keep hearing it. Like, when what you're watching is irritating to you, you keep watching it. So when it doesn't feel good, why do you stay there and you don't feel good? You don't trust your sixth sense? When it tells you, no, you're crying here. He's not for you. They're not for you. You don't feel reciprocated, your energy reciprocated, you know, like, trust that too, not just your 5 senses, the sixth one too. The Fool, you're not taking that leap, that risk. So you're not gonna get to the life of your visions. Rise above earthly matters. You're being 3D. You're like, yeah, but I can't do it on my own, you know, like they help me. Yeah, okay, well, if that's what you think, the devil is going to keep you stagnant for the rest of your life because you don't trust your guides when they tell you, hey, do this, do that. Your judgment. Now you're under judgment because you're sharing your things with people that were sent to you by the devil, so they keep you stagnant, so you don't get to that status. So now it's like you have a choice. Or you stay 3D and you never become a high priestess and you settle for a 3D empress. So that's you being a good mother, a good friend, a good daughter, but not the greatest you, okay, to you. You're just serving others. That's Eve. You're subserving the world here. Or, yeah, subserving the Empress to the world. That's who you are. You're the Empress to the world because you don't dare to be independent and do it for yourself. So now here it's asking you to leave. The horse is in reverse. The Knight of Swords, make a decision for you forward, but you don't know where you're going, so you're not making it. You're like, but I don't know towards what. Exactly. That's the whole journey. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. So enjoy the bumpy rides. You're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I just moved out. I have no mattress. I have nothing. You know, I'm going to sleep on the floor. It's all good. You know, I'm sure you have more than you think. I don't know why you're restricting yourself so much, but to each their own. I believe in your greatness. Strength again, like you really need the strength. You're being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. So whatever decision you make, a positive outcome is assured. You have to trust that. Do it, do it. And here I have Earth Guide, right? The world is guiding you through your feelings to make those decisions so you become independently stable and abundant and fruitful and get out of this hangman position that has your perception blocked and you don't realize that you have wings. You see like butterflies flying and you get annoyed by it. It's like, dude, you got wings too. And I got here advancement in reverse. So if you don't trust your earth guides and get the strength to leave, you're not going to advance. This is your life. So if you like it there, stay. If not, you're going to have to do something. You really need to trust your inner guidance. Nobody's going to tell you nothing. Stop sharing your dreams with people in this world. Honestly, all they do is talk. And the more you talk about your dreams, the less they will manifest. The moment you mention them, there's like a 50% chance you manifest it now. Because if you don't share it with people that share the same visions as you, you just wasted a percentage of the probability of it manifesting. So if you have an idea, anything like I want to open a cafe, you know, and I tell that to a person that is still working the 9-to-5 job they had since the first job they ever worked at 20 years later. And you tell that to that person that doesn't believe in themselves, you know, they're going to project their own insecurities onto that idea. So you believed 100% in that idea when you had the thought about it. You're like, oh my God, that would be so cool if I had my own cafe. And then you tell the person and the person is like, yeah, you sure? I don't know. I heard like there's a lot of permits and like a lot of laws around it and the suppliers and already reasons of why it won't work out. So they're just reducing the percentage of your beliefs, your passion for it, and less passion, less probability of it manifesting because now you have their energy towards that idea that's blocking it. You have to protect your ideas. Drink a 5. My cousin's a Capricorn and her mom says pai 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 because her Filipino friends say 5s like that, like pai pai pai. Manifesting money and income. Your focus is too much on the money, but God is asking you to be 5D about it. And look, you have your sense of smell, sight, touch, taste, hearing, feelings. This is where you get your power inside. And then you manifest your wish, your shining star. Drink a 5. So you want to manifest money? Honor your emotions. Follow your ideal life path. You know exactly what would be ideal for you, but you don't have the self-confidence. You don't believe you can do it alone. And you're putting your focus too much on a couple. But the problem is that you're in an Empress energy in the wrong world. So people will only, this is Eve, so you will subserve a person. Or you will be egotistical in this world if you're a man. And that will not get you anywhere because you're manifesting Empress for a King of Swords, a know-it-all here. Or a know-it-all that's going to take advantage of your given nature. And you will never become independent because this is like codependent almost because they don't belong together, but they're still together. An Empress belongs with an Emperor, not a King of Swords. So because you want to be in a pair, the Lovers is in reverse. God is like, no, this is a journey you have to do yourself. You have to leave alone, right? You have to wait for your ships to arrive alone so you can become this person that will manifest the right tribe. So because you're entertaining, either you're in the King of Pentacles energies, entertaining High Priestesses in reverse. So women who are codependent, have no self-esteem, they're not that intelligent, they just subserve. Well, you can't reach that status and you can't manifest anything, no stability, no empire, nothing. You're going to lose all your money to this person that's going to take from you because they're dependent on you. Or you're a High Priestess for a King of Pentacles in reverse. So that person is going to be insecure because now you're too high, yeah, high above me. They're so lovely. So, yeah. So now if you're a High Priestess with a King of Pentacles in reverse, this person is going to manipulate you to believing that you're just an Empress. So you lose yourself in this connection because you're not with a magician. So God is not going to allow you to be in a connection until you put yourself first. So you have to go through the nine of pentacles first. Miss Independent, Miss Self-Sufficient, Miss Keep Your Distance. So most girls want a man with the bling bling. Got my own thing, got the chain chain. I just want real love. Let's go. Anything that I want, man who understands real love. Oh, oh. Okay, so if you want, that was the worst singing of my life. But if you want you're not like most girls or most men. You're going to get there on your own and you're going to attract someone that's on your level. So it's going to be a partnership after that because you good on your own, I'm good on my own. And when we come together, it's la fuerza. It's the alliance. So a positive outcome is assured in that connection because it's not codependent. It's an equal give and take. You don't have to raise them and say like, obviously, if I worked all day, you have to cook a meal for the kids, you know, like someone has to feed them. Someone has to take out the garbage. Yes, you have to take out the dirty food from the Tupperware. Like you have to do it. Like you don't have to raise these people because they're magicians for a High Priestess. We communicate telepathically. So they know like, they were busy all day doing this, so I'm going to help them out and give them something special today, you know, so they can relax or whatever. And then you do the same for them because you're each other's strength, 38. So in these kinds of connections, you don't have to raise a man or raise a woman or make them into something that is ideal for you because this is a divine union. So if you want a divine union, you have to do the work and take your risk it to get the biscuit, or you will always be with the wrong match in this world. So an Empress with a King of Swords or a High Priestess for a King of Pentacles in reverse, or like it's always going to weaken you because you didn't leave the world where you don't belong. God doesn't want you there. You got to leave, got to be the fool. Take that leap of faith because you have to take charge of your life. Trust your intuition that you have a beautiful life somewhere, your ideal life path. And then the festivals, the celebrations, but it's in reverse, creates a blueprint for a fantastic party or event. So a real celebration, a potluck. Everybody brought something and everybody ate a bit of everything, you know? Not just like you arrived to the party with the cannolis that you wanted and you brought and you considered others, but you had none for you. And then the worst part of that dream that I had is that I went back to get more cannolis because I really wanted cannolis. And when I get there, another person walked in and you felt so bad. You had to give them the cannoli. So twice you went to the fucking bakery and twice you were left with none, you know? So that's how much you overextend yourself in this world. That's ridiculous. Ridiculo. Okay. Let me rebel deck this thing. You're giving away your power. Told ya, you're giving away your cannolis. Okay. Laugh. It's in reverse now. You don't even find them funny anymore because you're seeing through the bullshit. You have the High Priestess vision, the visionary in hell. You're like, I'm friends with that. I thought we were over this. You know that rock makes you trip. Get some fucking sleep. They're depleting you so much. You need to rest so badly. Because fuck it. You're like, rebel. Fuck it. You're like, that's it. Because the Panther was like, I don't want, that was for me, that fucking cannoli. It's almost like you're going to lose it. That was the last drop. The cannoli was the last drop. And they're like, hey, it's relax. It's just a cannoli. It's not just a cannoli. It's everything before the cannoli. Every time I bring something, it's never enough. Like, you guys always take more than I give. Like, it's like, what is that? I give you a hand, you take the arm. And now you lost it so much that people is like, oh, you're crazy. Like, I'm crazy because I finally rebelled because fuck it, I deserve better. Like, now they call you crazy because you accumulated. And that's a problem. with people who are nice. They accumulate. You're like, okay, first time, second time, they don't give me nothing. Third time, fine, no problem. Okay, no problem. After 10 years, you're like, you bring up everything they did for a whole fucking lifetime. And then you're like, oh, you're crazy. It was just a fork, You're like, no, it's not just a fork. So now you have to rebel. It's like, okay, I'm changing life now. So nice to meet you all. It was a nice contract. You taught me so much about myself. Now I want to go be that beautiful self that I grew up to be, where they need me to be that. Because here it's just, what's the point of having wings if y'all can't fly? It's a boring party. So here, put the fucking phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. So, yeah, I feel like put the fucking phone down. Like you feel like you owe, like, hey, how are you, girl? Hey, bro, like, what's up? Like, then you feel like you owe, like, checking up on all these people all the time, because if not, you're not a good person, you're not a good friend, you're not a good cousin, whatever. And then too much screen time is making you awkward and sad because you're not giving you some me time. So give yourself some me time. And I see go talk to a live person. So someone who's alive, because go talk to a live person. That's what I saw, alive, okay? So you need someone who's not karmic in your life. You need those souls around you, or you need to be a live person now. So be around people that make you feel alive. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. You're overextending yourself. You're checking up on everyone. Like, hey, how are you? Yeah, okay, how's your divorce? How's your baby? How's like, fuck, I can't be that good of a friend. I had to cut out everyone because I couldn't take it anymore. I was a barmaid, a friend. I couldn't think anymore, and I was dealing with an asshole back in the day. An asshole, well, let's not insult the people, but I was dealing with an energy vampire that took all my energy, gave me fuck all. And today he's like, I'm actually happy, so happy today. And this person is convinced that he's like, I hope you get better. I'm like, what? Tennis? Like, what's wrong with these people? It's like, you're not allowed to be happy. It's like, yeah, I've never been better. Like, what's wrong with people? So because they're unhappy, they can't believe you finally found some happiness. You have your wings. Yes, it's very possible that you can be happy in this life. So you're wasting your time on ridicule people. They're ungrateful. You need some fucking time alone, and you know why. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone, because that's what happened to me. This person depleted me completely. I was a barmaid, so fucking 100 people needed me to care about their situations while I was dealing with so much nonsense, getting over a fucking psychopath that kidnapped me, another one that depleted me, another one that's trying to kill me. I'm like, what's going on? I couldn't anymore, so God just took me like this, dropped me here in another city, and he's like, talk to nobody, isolate. I mold my prophets in caves, so he's going to mold you in your cocoon, and then you're going to find your power again. You're going to like your own company, your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own being so much that you're like, fuck, I don't need to check up on all of you. Figure it out. Like, I've been tripping on that same rock, so good luck. You don't hate them, nothing, but I have no more energy to give. I'm fucking tired. And the feminine energies are tired right now because men have been abusing us for centuries. So now they're going to get their karma. They're going to have to redeem themselves with God for all the abuse they put women through, and women are claiming their power again. Like, we know how amazing our energy is, so we're not going to be giving it away so easily unless you're what? Yeah, you're giving away your power. I just broke it like this. Unless you choose that industry of just opening your legs and taking in demons, because they dump all their demons in you. That's just great. Sexually transmitted demons. So if that's what you want to be, a problem dumper, a release, because they release themselves in you, right? So they release all that doesn't serve, and that's why they get that one moment of good feeling, because they release all that doesn't serve inside of you. So women are discovering, like, okay, they leave me with all the nonsense and I give them my power. So no, feminine energies are claiming their power. Don't give it away so easily. Make them work for it. Gotta work for that shit. Okay. So, yeah, people pleasing. That's about it. Good luck with this leap of faith you have to take. If not, hangman forever. You're going to be an Eve, subserving people. And that's not such a great life. You're going to FOMO, fear of missing out. And I don't wish that on people. You're a visionary. You got great purpose. Trust your angels. You're protected. Nothing can happen to you. And God blesses those that have their own, so stop being dependent on others to make your decisions. Rebel, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a hippie for a bit. Woo, like enjoy it. Advancement is great, no matter where you end up. It's a journey. So that was your reading. If you want a private reading with me, just go to Facebook Strong Fire Tarot, click on the button WhatsApp, and text me. I would like to book a private reading with you, and I'm going to give you more information about how we proceed. I need 24 hours before to get visions about your situation. Then you can transfer me a minimum contribution of $25 for an approximative of an hour session, around an hour, or sometimes I go 2 hours. Usually it's 2 hours that people stay with me. And after your reading, you decide how much it was truly worth for you. If you want to leave a tip, a donation, nothing, it's up to you. I'm here to serve, and I'm here to guide you on your journey. And if you need follow-up readings, I'm here for you. During your reading, I activate your chakras. You become more receptive. I read your overall energy. I share your visions for you that I receive for you. I study your name because our names are very powerful. It says a lot about our characters. You can go do that yourselves. I don't need to do that for you. You just research your names, all of them. Me, it's Bianca, meaning. Paola, meaning. Mitroti, meaning. Vega, meaning. Meaning, you know, like, so you're always searching symbolism. Find out about yourself. Put yourself first. Enough giving away your cannolis. Go get yourself a puff pastry box for yourself. Make yourself a nice bath and treat yourself like a god and a goddess, okay? Give yourself some time and say, like, look, I deserve this moment for myself, okay? That's what you're telling the universe when you put yourself first. You're like, I'm worthy of this moment. Okay. So thank you so much for choosing to watch this video today. I'm very grateful for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Whatever you can do positively, I appreciate. If you want to leave a thumbs down, that's karma for you, not me. So thank you anyways. It's energy. You're giving me energy regardless. So all is welcome at Strong Fire Tarot. I hope you enjoyed this. Have yourself a good night and day wherever you are. See you soon. Bye.